he loves to do sometimes. When especially we have an on-air guest who has an item as popular as this one. This is our Spearhead Gardening Shovel and Spade. Julian's father, who's now 90?
91 years old.
91, actually designed this a few years ago because he was having difficulty, as many of us do, even if we're not a senior, using a shovel to get anything done. They just aren't really good for doing anything but scooping stuff because of the way they're shaped. So the Spearhead shovel, as Julian will show you, is a better mousetrap, and it's made really well. It's been very popular. It's got tons of 5-star reviews. How many now? Have you counted lately?
61 5 stars, and
wow,
100% of the people would recommend it to a friend.
That's
100%.
Fantastic. So, and actually, we had to start all over with the 5 stars because this was a new item number this year because you brought in new colors.
It's right, and it's exclusive to QVC. Matter of fact, this new model, which has the larger grip here, which allows you to use the gloved hand, as well as men with larger hands like myself, and makes it more comfortable here. But everything else about it, the durability of it, how thick and hard the blade is, the shape of the blade, everything's the same. But it's a great tool, now available in multiple colors, which have been selling like hotcakes.
Okay, if you want pink or green, aren't they pretty? You'll have to wait a little bit longer. This is the ship date of when, Stan? March 23rd for the pink or the green. Yellow is available now?
Yes.
Okay, so yellow is, I'm having them feed me all the stories because I didn't know Julian was going to be here. I also want to mention, I know this is the first time we've ever had 3 easy pays on this. So that's one of the reasons we wanted him to get in here today, because we knew a lot of you would want to grab that 3 easy payment opportunity of getting this one for under $15.
Yes.
So tell me about how your dad came up with this and how does it work?
Yeah, he has 2 artificial knees, 2 artificial hips, and he just couldn't dig anymore. He's 85 years old when he came up with this concept, and he says, I need to come up with a better way or I need to give up. So he came up with this special shape that's called the Spearhead shape that allows you to penetrate significantly easier when it comes to any kind of soil condition, but especially when you have clay, you have rocks. You have roots, you have perennials that need to be subdivided, anything that's really hard to do. And I'm going to show you the difference.
Okay.
So here's a regular shovel that you probably have in your yard right now. Look at the Spearhead shape. Look how much narrower it is at the very tip. And then it gets wider and wider and slices all the time because it's sharpened from tip to tail. So I'm going to show you what a regular shovel does in a simulated root environment. All right, here are some simulated roots. I'm going to stand on this shovel, okay? So you can see that I'm standing completely on the shovel.
And you're putting all your weight on it.
And my full weight on it. I weigh 210 pounds, believe it or not. And now I'm going to do it without standing on it.
Oh my gosh, you barely had to touch that.
And I'm going to do it with just my arms.
Wow.
So you can see that it slices through, and it's because it's shaped like a wedge and sharpened like a spear.
I use this all the time. Girls, I'm in the later half of my 50s, and I know my mother, who's 20 years older than me, loves using this as well. If you're a senior or if you're a do-it-yourselfer, and if you're a lady especially, you're going to love being able to do what normal shovels would never allow you to do.
Or where you would have to ask for help a lot of times.
And you don't have to have a lot of strength, because the tool does all the work. It's amazing how it gets around rocks. We'll show you that in a little bit. If you have a lot of big trees with roots and you'd love to plant something around the base of that tree, you can actually find a place to dig now with this.
It's like a combination of a wedge and a spear and a shovel at the same time. So you're slicing your way into the ground rather than mashing your way into the ground with a regular shovel because it's too wide. This is a double layer of weed block. You would put this down and you would put your plants in, but after a few years, some of the plants might have died and you have to go back through this stuff and replant some new stuff and retrieve the old plants. You cannot go through this with a regular shovel.
Right.
With one layer. With this shovel, it's like going like butter.
Wow, look at that.
So
because it's sharp.
Because it's very sharp. And I'm not putting my full weight on this. Normally you would be standing and jumping up and down. You don't have to jump up and down.
Okay, I'm being updated. We're very busy on the lines, especially for the lime and the pink. People are waiting till March to get these colors. These are new colors this year. If you want yours sooner than that, order the yellow. That's the color that I have. But I'll have to be honest with you, I did order a pink one because, as I said earlier in the show, I've got a thing now for pink garden tools. So the pink one is going to be on its way to my house as well. All right, so look at these rocks. Now, we've done an extreme version of rocky soil.
Yes.
And usually you don't see all these rocks because there's grass or something or mulch on top of them, and then you try to dig a hole and your shovel just keeps hitting hard things, right?
Well, because of the shape that we have here, this very wedge shape here, it's going to want to glance off the rocks. I'm going to do it in super slow motion first. So you can see that it's trying to glance, as you can see, it's trying to glance off the rocks. So every time I go in here, it's going in between the rocks because it's pushing the rocks away. Like a wedge splits wood, this splits the ground. And again, I am not standing on this shovel. I am just using my arms. Normally, you would be jumping up and down and hitting multiple rocks with a very wide blade.
Well, with a regular shovel, all it's going to do is hit the rock and not do anything. The rock won't move.
Exactly.
And you got to get way underneath, dig it. It's hard, it's heavy, so you got to call somebody to help you. So this is such a better tool than a shovel. It's the Spearhead Shovel and Spade. It's very well made. We didn't even get a chance to show you how, but it's got like a baseball bat, ash wood on the inside.
Oh, very tough tool.
It's got a
longer socket to prevent it from breaking. We have
snap.
pull-treated fiberglass, extra hard, extra thick blade, prevents you from wearing it out very soon at all.
Wider handle this year, so you can get, even guys can get their larger hands in there with gloves on.
Yep.
So it's new and improved, and it is now in 3 very popular colors: pink, green, which is lime, or yellow, and for the first time ever on 3 easy payments. Thank you for coming in.
Thank you.
I'm sure we'll see you again.